Hello everyone, welcome back to another evening podcast. This is episode 3, I believe. I am your host, Jack Barling. I just want to welcome you all to where I am right now. So I am currently at the seawall at the seaside. Thought it might be a nice touch to the podcast. So welcome everyone. So today we're going to be reading out some headlines of the news this week that's been, coming up. That's been very popular on the news lately. I just want to say welcome to any new viewers to the podcast. So let's begin. In the UK, there's been a lot of hot weather lately. Apparently, climate change could have been the culprit for such high temperatures throughout the UK and other locations. See, I think personally, you always get these lovely things that happen, and then they blame climate change for it. I mean, I find that absolutely bizarre. I mean, tell us what you think in Instagram and in the comment sections below what you think about this headline. I think it's rather silly, to be honest. It's always climate change, always this and that, but really, I mean, it is a possibility. I mean, it definitely has a factor to the heat. Obviously, greenhouse gases get trapped in our atmosphere, resulting in heat getting in but not out. So yeah, it does heat us up. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. The next headline was, on a bit of a lighter note, drunken man sets zoo cougars free and attempts to play fetch with it. I mean, big props to this man. I mean, I don't know how you go about even doing this, to be honest. I mean, it's quite funny, really. I mean, there's something else. There's been talk about how authorities and park employees spent a week searching for the animal. The bobcat came back on her own on June 17th and looked noticeably thinner than when she left, the Nature Centre said. So, a lovely story. The man was not harmed, which is good to hear. Which is good. I mean, I would never try. I don't understand how you go about doing something like that, to be honest. I mean, I honestly would just probably freeze up. I mean, a cougar, really? I mean, he was drunk. He was under the influence, if you will. So, maybe that has something to say about it. But still, this man has balls. Number 3, obviously, all of my Americans watching this. 4th of July has happened. Celebrating independence from the UK, England. Donald Trump had a very militarised 4th of July. It was a parade in Washington originally, with tanks and troops deployed. It was very militarised, and it's raised a lot of questions recently. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Donald Trump, he's a very Marmite character for you, a very British thing, Marmite, a bit like Vegemite for you Australians. I mean, his hair's great. That's all I'm going to say about him. The next headline this week was a thing that's going viral over Instagram, social media lately. It's woman licks ice cream and puts it back. She's been found. The ice cream flavour was originally Bluebell ice cream. Not a lot of people know the ice cream flavour, but that's Bluebell. Police say that they've been working with Bluebell, the company, to identify the location in the video. It was a Walmart store in Luckville, a city halfway between Houston and Dallas. And the lady was found, and she's being persecuted and possibly prison. So yeah, I mean, it is a huge thing. You don't know what's going to happen to someone who eats that. She might have something, like a stomach virus or something. It's just not very nice, not very sanitary, and it could honestly leave the company in millions of debt because they have to pay someone who's eating that ice cream who's got a stomach virus, and they think it's the ice cream's fault, but it's not, and I think that's disgusting. I want to end the headlines this week on a more serious note. The deforestation on Brazil's Amazon jumped by 88% last month. I find this absolutely awful, states the research agency. I mean, my opinions on deforestation, it's necessary to an extent. I mean, obviously, due to our rapidly growing climate, we do need it, but Brazil's known for its natural resources such as timber and oil, and it's being mined and milked to the absolute maximum. So, you can't really do a lot about this. I mean, it's going to happen, but we do need to stop, because in the next 50 years, we're going to be at a state where we're going to have to, do something about it. And in the next 150 years, apparently, we're all going to be, too late. And that's not a lot of thought, that's not something that people want to think about, but it's something we're going to have to address soon enough, because it is a serious issue. So yeah, that was the 5 minutes of news. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I mean, next thing we're going to talk about is areas in the UK that might be, nice to visit if you ever think about coming over. So, Kent is known as the Garden of England. Absolutely lovely county. It's got beautiful flowers, absolutely lovely. Another one is, what is it? Edinburgh, the brains of the country. No. Also Yorkshire, Yorkshire is a lovely place to visit. A lot of famous architectures from there, such as St Giles Gilbert Scott. That's a bit of history for you. Yeah, I mean, next thing I want to talk about is sports that's coming up. Yeah, Andy Murray and Suzanne Williams. I can't remember the other tennis player. I think it's Suzanne Williams. Yeah, she's been paired with yeah, let's not talk about sport. Not my strong point, personally. Hockey, I'm a massive fan of hockey. What sports do you guys play? I'm really interested here. Make sure you tell me in the comments below. Because sport, I think it brings people together, it brings cultures together. World Cup, for example, is another massive sporting event that, continues to bring in thousands of people, millions of people a year, globally. So yeah, that is another thing that, we need to do more of. Sport events. Cricket. India's great on cricket. We're not so good. But yeah, that's brought loads of people together. Thousands of people throughout the world, globally, millions. It's just lovely to see people bond over sport. Next thing I want to talk about is gaming. The next category is gaming. Now, E3 happened a few months ago. Gaming convention, absolutely huge. Was a bit cringy, not gonna lie. But yeah, what games are you guys playing at the moment? Personally, I've been playing Far Cry 5 non-stop since it came out. I've got over 25 days on it. One of my favourite games. Completely recommend it. The Far Cry series is, so big, to me and a lot of other people, because it shows it's a really good series to see how graphics has grown, throughout the years, and it's a prime example of great gaming, great sportsmanship. So yeah, that was the gaming category done. Okay, so I want to thank you all for listening to this evening podcast. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below and in our Instagram. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Tune in tomorrow, so Thursday, episode 4 tomorrow. And then on Friday we're going to do our... Wait, no, what am I doing? I've lost all days of the week. Just tune in tomorrow for episode 4, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and I'll see you in the next podcast. See you guys.
Like a Hellcat.